Hey YouTube, what's up? Today I'm going to be bringing you a vlog in which I discussed our MLG League Season 2 games from last night. We played Team Caliber and FaZe Red, and we actually won both our games, but I'm going to go a little bit in depth into what we played, what we lost, and what we won to actually win the match. And I'm going to tell you guys what I think we could do to improve and, get better as a team. So, we played Team Caliber first, and we took the Series 3-2. We actually went up 2-0, taking a Freight Domination and a Sovereign S&D. Then we lost the Warhawk Blitz, and we lost a Domination on Octane, and then we took the final Freight Search and Destroy, thanks to a 1v3 clutch from my boy Study over here, and we actually won 6-4. So, what I think we could do better in that series. So we took the Freight down pretty convincingly. We actually played it really well. I was dominating with an AR. I was holding a lot of cuts while my team fled the other lane. It was a pretty sick game. And then we played S&D on Sovereign, which we also took like 6-4. We made a lot of team plays, and we worked well together on that map for the first time playing Search and Destroy together. Then we went to Warhawk Blitz, which we actually lost by like 1 or 2 points. I think we just kind of let them sneak, and we let Goonjar kind of take over with an assault rifle. Granted, I think he was host. I mean, he played really well, and he held a lot of crazy lanes, and he just made a lot of plays. And they took that map from us by a few points. I think we could really improve on our communication and where to hold on the map. I think we kind of just all flooded a lot of lanes, and we didn't really work as a team in that aspect. However, I think that can be improved on. And then we played Domination on Octane. We were up for quite a bit, and then we kind of just let the game slip ahead of us, slip from our hands. I mean, we were up by a lot, and then it just ended up going to hell when we pretty much just kept going like 3 dead, 4 dead, and we lost control of the map, and it was just crazy how we lost it. I mean, I think that again can be improved on by our communication, our holding. We need to make sure that we improve on where we push on the map, and we just need to make sure that we need to keep our composure, especially when we're up, and stop letting these leads like choke. So going on to what other map was it? Oh, we played a freight search destroy to close out the series, and we worked really well on that map again. We had a lot of strong pushes to red on offense to take a lot of offensive rounds from TK, and then we lost a few defenses, which is unfortunate because the way I see for ASND, it's such a one-side defensive map. If you lose defense, you're pretty much doing something completely wrong. And then Study also had a 1v4, 1v3, I can't really remember, where he clutched it out versus Neslo, Sharp, and I believe Apathy or something like that. And it was a pretty crazy play, which gave us the 5-4 advantage to close out the round 6-4. So we took our series 3-2. Overall, there's a lot of things we can improve on, but I have no doubt that we'll do that. And then we played FaZe Red. So that's our second match as a team, and we played Sovereign Domination, which is arguably one of FaZe's best maps, and they were on host, and we did a pretty good job of holding them off. However, they started to overextend to our home flags, and the thing that we didn't acknowledge is that we need to put priority on the control room, and I tried communicating that to the team. However, we just didn't do it as a team throughout the game, which is unfortunate, but, I mean, you learn from your mistakes, so we need to make sure that we put priority on the control room side of the map, and I think overall, if we continue to do that, we'll play a lot better as a team and be able to hold teams off, especially on Sovereign Domination. We then played, hold on one second, I need to look at the map pool. We played S&D on Octane, and we lost that Domination. Then we played S&D on Octane, and we actually took that map pretty convincingly. I think S&D Octane's always been one of Envy's. I think they would have always been, what am I saying? S&D Octane's always been one of Envy's strongest maps, and I kind of just filled that role and made a couple plays, and we took it pretty convincingly versus FaZe. And then we played Blitz on Octane, which is pretty much the worst map in competitive Call of Duty ever made. It's probably the most vetoed map in any tournament. And all we did was we tried to hold off the map using Merc as a kind of a goalie. Once we got a lead, we just screwed the base, and all 4 overextended and flooded the enemy base and just traded caps. The game ended like 16-15. That's awful. Think of Blitz as half of CTF, because you know how CTF you have to go to the portal, grab the flag, and take it back. In Blitz, all you have to do is go to the portal, and you cap. So it's half of CTF, essentially. Once you cap in Blitz, like, if you cap 16 flags, or 16 portals, and you cap 15 points on the other team, think of it as half CTF, so that means you half the points, so it's 8 to about 7, you know? So 8 to 7 game in CTF. In what competitive Call of Duty game have you seen an 8 to 7 game? That is incredible. 8 to 7? That should tell you something. I mean, that map is just literally not a good map, especially for Blitz. Blitz is just a weird game mode in general, but the fact that we have to play it on such a map, it just blows my mind. So we won that, luckily, 16 to 15, and then we went to the Dom Freight, which was arguably one of FaZe's, other best domination maps. They're really good at these maps on Dom. They're just a great overall Dom team. You can't really take anything away from them. They got a ton of slaying power, and then you got Theory running the objective role, I guess you can call it. But we lost Dom Freight. They kind of just destroyed us on that map. We almost actually came back from a really large deficit because we kind of started playing the map correctly by flooding red and kind of making sure that we hold that area of the map. However, they beat us by a few points after almost coming back, and we went to last map, S&D Warhawk. So, S&D Warhawk, we started off the map, I think, 5-0, like, round count. We were just absolutely tearing FaZe apart, and then they came back, like, 2 rounds, and then we closed out the series, I think, 6-2 or 6-3. Or we closed out the S&D 6-2, 6-3. So, yeah. We won both our matches 3-2. A lot of things that we can improve on is knowing when to hold and when to push. I think the best model for that is to 2-push, 2-hold, especially when you have map control, because that kind of makes it so that you don't all die at once. If you all tend to push, sometimes you'll all go 4 dead. But if you tend to 2-push, 2-hold, 2 will bait and switch and hopefully trade, so that leaves you guys in a 2-2 situation with 2 guys posted up. So those 2 guys that are posted up are in tactical advantages, I guess you can call it, and should have the jump on the other 2 players. But then worst case scenario is if 2 people that are pushing die, the 2 guys that are posted up in good positions should be able to hold off 3 to 4 guys by themselves regardless. So I think that's the one thing we can improve on in our communication, stuff like that. But that'll gradually get better as we play. So we won both our matches 3-2, and we took it 2-0. So I'm going to go ahead and go. I hope you guys enjoy the vlog, and I'm going to be streaming the MLG 2K series today on my channel at mlg.tv/Parasite. Hope you guys are there, and I will see you guys later. Peace.